Hey everybody. So yeah, it's Schoell. I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different here, and I'm gonna be playing Ori and the Blind Forest. This game is very special to me, and I haven't done a Let's Play in quite a while. I've just been streaming everything, and I figured, why why without internet? Um, Well, currently I don't have any internet on me, so, I thought, I don't know, why not do a Let's Play again? It's been, like, freaking forever since I've actually done a recorded Let's Play. And I feel like I know this game quite well in order to actually do a Let's Play of it. So, yeah, this playthrough is gonna be nothing professional, but it's mainly just gonna be me just, like, kind of re-enjoying this game, kind of like you'd find me doing on stream, but hopefully it'll just be a little bit more informative with just, some color commentary. Ori and the Blind Forest. If this opening theme and this scenery just doesn't mesmerize you immediately, just, oh my goodness. This is one of the most beautiful opening screens that I've just ever seen. You've got the trees in the background. You got like that little focus tree. You got the logo just like pulsating with so much flame, so much vigor. It's so freaking pretty. The little sunset in the background that's exclusive to the definitive edition of this game. And even the default edition is just so pretty. Anyway, that's probably enough me gawking at the title screen. Let's get on with the show. I'm hopefully gonna be able to provide a 100% walkthrough with this as my intention, but we're just gonna be seeing. We're gonna be playing this game on normal mode, but just to give you a rundown of it, easy, you take half damage, normal, the damage that you take is normal. On hard, you take twice as much damage, and 1 life, it's kind of normal difficulty, but you only have 1 life, and you cannot die at all. So, take the same damage as normal. However, there's like an interesting little quirk that I'll get to in maybe a bonus episode of this. But anyway, off of the show. He's so cute. Welcome to Ori and the Blind Forest. Oh my goodness. That opening scene always gets to me. Ah, jeez. Everything being just so happy with Ori and Naru, and then just it all being taken away just by the forest dying. And how scared Ori was looking just in that last scene. Oh my goodness. I won't dwell on it too much, but anyway, we only got basic movement options that we got for now. We can just move left, right, and jump, and that's strictly about it. Here's the area that we just came from. If we go back there, we take a slight bit of damage. See, no wonder, with only 3 hit points, and how much Ori had to crawl through those thorns, no wonder he nearly died from that. Anyway, the only way to go is left. How high Ori jumps, it depends on how long you hold the A button, so... And now, we're taking our first steps into the Sunken Glades. We can drop down ledges, but interestingly enough, if we go back over here, here's a little bit of a secret light orb. A small spirit light container. This will basically serve as our experience points, which we'll be able to use later. So over here, we got a little bit of a drop over here. We can just jump down, no problem, but once again, we see some of those thorns, so it's probably might not be best to touch it. And considering that that water does not look very healthy, does it? I think it might be best to actually, like, stay off, but we got some basic platforming over here. And, man, I said this before with the title screen. Also, we found a life shard. This will restore our health that we took earlier from the thorns. This game is just drop dead gorgeous. Probably the best looking 2D game I've ever seen. Anyway, over here, we got an energy cell. We can use energy to create a soul link to save our game, and to do that, hold our soul link button, the B button in my case, and it will create a save spot. This will act as our checkpoints for the game, for the most part. And then, first encounter. We just simply dodge, jump over him. The rhino will crash into the wall and reveal another path. Get some spirit light, which will serve as a little bit more EXP. So basically, that's just how the system works. My strength is returning. I am Sign, the light in the eyes of the spirit tree. I was lost in this glen when she loosened her grip. I can guide you on your journey, if you allow me to come. But be still. Can you hear that? They must have followed you here. Our first signs of combat! With our newly acquired partner, we can simply just use him to damage the foes. Our foes, these little stompy guys. Or it does not need to be, only needs to be relatively near the enemy to attack him, as Sign does all the damage for us. Their light shall return to me. These words the spirit tree once said. In the glade past the caverns, we'll find him. There's a path up ahead. We have our next objective. It's in the Hollow Grove, and we need to find the spirit tree. If we go down over here, we got another little secret over here, which will serve as more experience. We can create a soul link over here, and now we have access to a skill tree. Some of these skills actually show us a little bit of spoilers later on for abilities that we're going to get later on, and saying that, oh, we're going to get more abilities? Oh no, I'm spoiling the game already, but anyway. We got 3 options to go for over here. We got Quick Flame, which allows us to shoot 3 flames before recharging. Sign can only shoot 2 flames at a time, so this will just make combat just a bit easier for us. We got Spirit Magnet, which will just gravitate most pickups to Ori, and Rekindle, which will just shorten the Soul Link timer. We can go for one of these, and then this will unlock other paths along each branch of the tree. What I usually go for is Spirit Magnet, because I really like having the collectibles be drawn to me, so it doesn't kill as much of the pace. So I'm going to go for the Spirit Magnet for now, and it won't be long until we get another level up. These bulbs over here, they can be destroyed using Sign's Spirit Flame. And these things over here, they can also be destroyed using Sign's Spirit Flame. So Sign is just going to be our main form of attack throughout the game, and currently actually our only force of attack. Oh, there I go, giving more spoilers. And here we get another enemy type, these little slime things. Also, we got an energy shard. Using energy, using the Soul Link uses energy, and this just gives us more of that energy. We can destroy these purple spikes. I'm actually not exactly sure what to call them. Oh, actually good timing. One thing to note is that whenever you get enough experience for a level up, there will be this, you'll see that kind of explosion where it will damage everything on screen. It's basically a screen nuke, and it will also completely refill your life and energy. Spirit wells are ancient structures that were used to quickly traverse all of Nibel. The light of the spirit wells will also replenish your strength whenever you are weary. And speaking of replenishing everything, saving in these basically act as checkpoints, and basically just refill all of your health and energy. Also, interesting thing to note here is that there seems to be an area path that leads somewhere over here, but can't do anything about that yet. Anyway, this is a bounce pad, bounce slowly. Not exactly sure what to call it. Actually, does the game actually like give you a sort of guidance? It probably did, but I just was too quick and didn't read it, so that's a bit of an oops. Doing some platforming over here, getting onto this leaf, and then onto this platform once again. There does seem to be another platform that we can get, but we cannot jump high enough. Instead, we can continue on this way. Be careful not to take any damage along the way. We can pull and push this rock any way we want. And we get a keystone. These are used to open spirit gates. Remember, each spirit gate will require a different number of keystones. So we haven't found any of those yet, but considering that they're hidden, that one was hidden right there, it... Oop, took a little advantage there. But we'll see if we find a spirit gate later. We found another keystone. And look here. Got some place to replenish our life. This spirit gate blocks us. They were built for protection before the days of decay. The required keystones must be nearby. To reach the spirit tree, we must pass the spirit caverns that lie beyond this gate. We can simply open them. We can just have Ori just cutely hugging this wall. It's like a cat, just like sliding down those drapes. I will say, Ori is just amazing just to... He's just animated so beautifully. He's just so fun to control. Even with the limited moveset just right now, he just moves so fluently. Anyway, we got more of these stompy guys that we found when we found signs that were trailing us. And over here, we got a little bit of a wall here. It seems to be glowing a little bit, but no matter how much we try and damage it, we're just not able to get through. So if we get on these branches, leaves, we find something else. We found a life cell. We can now retain more vitality. Find more life cells to increase your survivability. Find more life cells to increase your survivability. Ah! So yeah, Ori is not exactly the most tanky of all characters, but we can find quite a bit of life cells early on in this game. Those two increases our chances of survivability just that much more. And now we're in the Spirit Caverns. Go over here and we find ourselves face to face with another Spirit Gate. We're not able to do anything yet as we have 0 keystones. So down is our only option. If we go down over here, oop, we will take a little bit of damage. That was not intended, but anyway. Along this path... Ori! This is a map stone! One of the many ancient markers created to chart the forest of Nibel as it grew. There's a piece missing. If we can find the mapstone fragment, we might be able to repair it. So we can insert a mapstone fragment if we have any, but currently, as our indicators say, we don't really have any of it. So, but what we do have is a keystone. That's 1 out of 2 that we need to collect. We've got a little more... How do I say? More evil plants? Evil blorbs? Evil spikes? I'm not exactly sure how to really call them. But anyway, we're actually not able to get out of this place just yet. Like, we can slide off walls, but we can't really do anything about it, so the only way we can go from here is down. Take a little bit of damage, but it's okay. This game is pretty forgiving. Unless you're playing on hard mode. Ooh. Well, that was a bit of an interaction there, wasn't it? So we were down to 1 health, but thanks to the level up, we actually got all our health back, so... And we're now at level 2. Well, we now have 2 levels left in reserve, but we'll save those for now. The light of the spirit tree lives in all of us. He's the reason we're alive. He's the reason we grew. When he called out to find you, many years passed. We were attacked, wounded, and killed by our foe. Now these insensible trees are all that's left behind. Come closer now, and feel the light of Phil, the spirit inside. We've learned wall jump. To use this ability, push the control stick towards a wall and press A continuously to leap upward. And we've got a wall just to test our new ability. So we can just continue to slide, but we're now able to jump off of walls and continually wall climb it. And we grant ourselves another energy cell from it, so now we're able to use 2 soul links. And why don't we do that just now? So we got 2 level ups over here. We got, we can give ourselves a damage buff, and we can increase Spark Flame a little bit, but let's keep it even for now. Let's go for Rekindle, even though I doubt we're going to need much of a need for Soul Links later. For a Soul Link cooldown timer later, I mean. These trees will also restore our health to full, but they are 1 use only, and they grant Ori a new ability. If we actually look at our ability chart, we got Spirit Flame and Wall Jump. Now these trees, we know that the name of one of those trees is Phil, who was formerly a spirit guardian, which is Ori's species. So, this might just be my interpretation of how things were going, but if the spirit tree did not revive Ori at the beginning of the game, that is what would have became of Ori, at least a few years down the line, or however long it takes for dead spirit guards to turn into those spirit trees. So we got a second shot of life. Wall jump control very fluently, and I will say, remember when I was talking that Ori was brilliantly animated? Like this little cycle of him jumping, just like him doing like all the flips and such. He's just so, he just moves so gracefully. And there is another segment that I'd like to show this later, but keep this in mind because, ooh. We got another Stomper here. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure of these guys' official names, if they even have them in the first place, but anyway. We'd push this rock close enough to grab ourselves near a ledge, but if you are eagle-eyed enough, there's actually a small little area that we can go and grab ourselves and some spirit light. We can stay over here. And right over here, we've got some rocks to push and some spikes to dodge. It's a simple enough task, but just be careful. Soul Link is ready. Grab ourselves some more spirit lights, and we're just gonna clear a path. Get some health back for it. And that will lower us a small little wood plank for us to actually, like, return to this area quite easily. You can also stand on it. And here we have a mapstone fragment. Also, I should have mentioned that we got the second keystone there, but for whatever reason, I always remember the map fragment a little bit more than the keystone fragment, which the mapstone fragment is not required to progress, but it is pretty handy. Enemies do respawn, so you gotta deal with the enemies when you come back, when you backtrack, but I don't find it too much. The enemies aren't too much of an obstacle in this game. We're gonna insert the mapstone fragment, and that will reveal the rest of the areas that we haven't explored within the Sunken Glades. As you can see here, we've already gotten 58% completion to this area, and there isn't really that much left to explore. But there's still like a few little outliers, like this little bit here beneath the poisoned water. There's like that small little pathway, and this entire area that was locked behind the locked door, spirit door, key door. I forget the name of it already. I'm sorry, Yori. Head on up. And lock this key door. And just have Ori just waiting by this wall. He's so freaking cute! I mean, oh, freaking love Ori's design. Grab ourselves some more energy, and we got some flowers shooting projectiles at us. These guys aren't too tricky to avoid, just be a little bit wary. And we got some more keystones. As we can see here, we got another collectible that's just taunting us from up there. But it doesn't look like we're able to get anything done. Like, we aren't able to wall climb off of this area. So that area we might need to come back to later. Just avoid these flowers projectiles. And what do we have over here? These energy gates were sealed by the spirits of the past. If we collect enough energy cells, they will open a path. Unfortunately right now though, we only have 2 energy cells available on us, and this one looks like it requires 4. Luckily it gives us back the energy cells that we used on it, so we didn't waste anything. But that also means we cannot come back to it later with some more energy cells. By replenishing our energy, I mean. Like through this energy crystal over here. Which we'll just grab for the sake of it anyway. Over here, we got something similar. It's just that these flowers are shooting down. Over here, we got another key fragment. Keystone, excuse me. And this time, it's floating in the air, guarded by a bunch of thorns. We will take damage from these thorns, but with some precise platforming or wall jumping, we can just avoid them without taking any damage. Which is very nice, because Ori's a cute boy, and we'd hate for anything to happen to him, except, you know, that entire beginning. But let's not talk about that. We've got 4 keystones, and this is the area that I want to mention. Look at how gracefully Ori just moves off a wall jump, especially that little animation right over there. Oh. He does like a few flips and such, but that one where he just does a freaking 720 corkscrew in the air. Oh my goodness, Ori is just so cool, he's so cute, and now he just pounds on these spirit doors. It's so good. Anyway, we finish up with the Sunken Glades. And this area. We've arrived. Ori! Spirit tree! He must have used the last of his strength to save you. Come now, and hear our story. It was a Night of the Light ceremony. It was our light that she hated. You received the Spirit Tree's light. We put our fate in your hands. Listen carefully now, for you must understand. The Spirit Tree sustained 3 elements of light, and in turn, they brought balance and kept Nibel safe. The element of waters, high atop the Jinso tree. The element of winds, deep within the forlorn ruins. The element of warmth, beneath the fires of Mount Horu. Restore Nibel to its former self. We must rekindle their light before it's too late. But first we will find beyond the spider coves, atop the tree where the waters once flowed. We now have our next objective. And we know our true enemy. Next time on Ori and the Blind Forest, we'll do a little bit of exploring before we get settled into Spider Coves. But with that out of the way, see you guys next time.